Look at this envelope. Look at this envelope. What's in this envelope? This is a mystery envelope. I am doing a mystery envelope collaboration that's hosted by Bea Grob. Her channel link is in the description box below, along with the other channels that are participating in this collaboration. Bea generously mailed everybody who participated a mystery envelope. And the goal is to take the things that she put in this envelope and create a page or a piece of artwork, and let's see what we come up with. The first thing that I'm going to do is go through the items that were in the envelope. I did open it up, but I really did not go through it extensively. Look at what she put on here. I may use the beautiful stenciled design. And in fact, I will. Look, there's some washi tape on here. Let's see what's in here, though. There's some maps. Looks like they're on a vinyl backing. I got an idea. There's some washi tape here with some playing cards and some beautiful satin ribbon. Some beaded, very, very tiny, beautiful beaded. It almost looks like very, very tiny glitter beads. Very interesting. And look at this. Look at this beautiful fabric. Look at this. Wow, how beautiful this is. I'm sure this is the front here, and it's on the fold. Very interesting. And then she has a packet of pieces here. Let's take the washi tape off and see what's inside. Have to save this washi tape. There are some pieces here, a leaf, 2 buttons. Oh, look, there's a bar with a hook on it. Oh, the Mona Lisa. Oh, wow. And a heart-shaped triangle with a heart shape in it. Oh, these are wonderful. And a filigree element there. Let's put these aside. Oh, I already have ideas of what I want to do. I already have ideas. But we're not done. There's another button in here. So there's 2 buttons. That's a good 3 buttons. Here's another one here. There's some dictionary paper. And what's this? Oh, look. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Look at her. Oh, wow. Ooh, I love that. So, this is what I have to work with. Inspiring for you. And I can't read all the words on here, but this looks like there's some inspiration in there. So, what I have to work with, the base of this, she sent me an ATC card. Faces. Oh, wow. Looks like that might be a stamp that she carved. How cool is that? Okay. So, what I have to work with is I'm going to put this in my art journal, and I've been working on pages about this size, which is a composition page that's been folded, only I cut it out of watercolor paper. And I think I'm going to do a double-sided page here. And I'm going to use this fabric, and I am going to use the background of this envelope, I believe, as my base. So I'm going to go into fast forward and just work on what I'm inspired to do, and then when I'm finished, we'll come back and chat about it. I start out by deconstructing the mystery envelope that Bea sent all the items in. I'm going to use it as the base of my art journal page. My art journal page will be quite large. I'll be folding it in half, and I will be working on both the front and the back, and I will end up with 4 pages. Just gluing it down with Elmer's glue. I'm taking a bit of the extra and gluing it onto the side, and I will fold it over and it will become part of the back. I go through a process here where I go through the items and I'm deciding what I want to do, and I know for sure that I want to make a little art doll on one side. And you'll see that I'm gathering up that beautiful fabric, and instead of sewing it together and making gathers, I'm stapling my gathers. And that does work for a multimedia art journal page, because you will see that I'm going to glue it down and I put washi tape over it. And that holds it in place just fine. There's where I'm gluing it down, and I put a little piece of purple washi tape that Bea sent. Now I'm just figuring out what items I have and how I want to use them. I'm working with getting these cards unwrapped, and I see there's some white ribbon around those. I love the designs on those cards. And I think I'm going to use one on the doll somehow, but in the end I decide not to, because I want to use that ATC. She sent me an ATC and it's all documented on the back, and the card just kind of covers up her neck. So I decide to use that card elsewhere. I'm just playing around with placement. And then I bop over and fussy cut out this lady's portrait head. Look at that hat. Isn't that hat something? I would call this a Victorian style picture. And I think that I'm going to put it on the other side, and I'm going to have 2 ladies. There I'm stapling the ATC down, but I can still flip it up and see the documentation on the back of it. I go ahead and glue the piece of fabric down on the other side, and I'm just using a wet glue. And that holds quite well, smoothing out all the wrinkles, and I'm going to glue the portrait of the lady down there. I was surprised it went really nice. It glued down really nice. Now again, I'm playing with how I want to do the embellishments. I'm loving those metal triangles with a heart in them. I'm going, how do I want to use them? You'll see I'll try the ribbon here, and I'll try those triangles in different places. So, but what I'm really liking about those is they look like cameo brooches at the neckline. So that's how I decide to use them. And I'm going to use them on each page. But then I just flip over and I work on the back. My object of working on the back of the page is to use up as much of the items that Bea sent me as possible. So the base of this page are those dictionary pages, but they're in a foreign language. I think they're in German, and I think they're dictionary pages. They look like dictionary pages. And I'm bordering it with some of the map paper that she sent me. And you can see as I glued things down that the paint on her envelope was water soluble. So I just took advantage of that and colored out the pages. Just did a light purple wash across everything, and I'm happy with that. Now I'm bordering the right-hand side of that with the map paper, trimming off the excess. Now I'm getting into it. I'm liking what's happening here. I wasn't sure how I was going to approach this at first, but once I get this far, I'm I'm on to I'm on to it. I was playing with my fabric pieces there. I'm kind of deciding where I want to put things again. So, okay, I'm off working on the brooches. And here I'm gluing them down with some of the Aleene's tacky glue, and it does hold it. Now, don't worry about that excess, because what I don't wipe off will dry. And I'm filling the heart in there with the tacky glue. And what I thought was mini beads, I think is a form of real pretty glitter. It's very pretty, and I just fill that heart with it. And it makes it really shiny. You'll see that in the end. But it's really wet. I brush off the excess just to clean it up a little. What doesn't get brushed off, I'll shake off when everything is dry. And of course, now I've got to put a brooch on the doll just to make the pages coordinate. And this works. I'm surprised that that glue really does hold these nice. It does a good job of holding it. I'm filling in the heart. And more of the pretty glitter. It's just very pretty, sort of a mica glitter, I would think. Now there's some bars with some eyelet holes in the center, and a piece of that white ribbon, I kind of got some of that purple paint on, so I decided to strip it off and make some little ties for those bars, and I just put them on both sides of the doll just to kind of frame off the page. And now what I'm doing is I'm gluing down those cards on the back side of the envelope just to firm them up a little. Gluing down those bars. Those bars get a little uneven as I'm working with it, but in the end I get them all nice and straight. Now I'm going to use some gold paint, and that little filigree ornament, I'm just highlighting it with the gold, and I'm going to put that on that lady's hat just as an embellishment. Really like how that goes. Glue down the two buttons up at the top just to frame off the center square of the fabric. I'm really liking how this is going. Gluing down the leaf embellishment and the Mona Lisa embellishment. The Mona Lisa has that little secretive smile, and I think the picture of this lady that we fussy cut also has kind of like a Mona Lisa smile. Now I'm gluing down this white ribbon, and because that purple paint is water soluble, it does smear through the ribbon, but I decided to take advantage of it and just let it streak down. I'm using the last bit of it to make a little button bow on the doll's dress. Now I get out more glitter, and I'm going to put that, I'm going to call it a mica glitter, on the ribbon and up at the top and the bottom of the pages. And I'll let this dry overnight. Now it's the next day, and I'm working on the back of the page. I decided to use those cards to make some of my much beloved bobby pin embellishments. And so I'm just threading a bobby pin through holes that I punched in the cards, and I'm going to put those in fabric pockets that I'm going to make on these pages. You'll see how that works out. Right now I'm just doing the bobby pin embellishments. I have a video on how these are done. Now I'm making the fabric pockets, and I will just glue them down again with the tacky glue. I'm really happy with how that tacky glue holds everything, even the fabric holds it very nice. I decided to make a flap on the pockets, and I'm just gluing it down. Really do like that style. And here I'm putting one of the bobby pin embellishments on it. I'm going to do the other side. I'm gluing down the flap. It's holding quite nice, and then I'm putting on the bobby pin embellishment. Now it's time for some tags, and I happen to have more of that matte paper left, so I'm cutting the tags down to size. I'm taking a little piece of that fabric that I have left and making some tag ties, and look what happens. Oops, I tear the tag, so I decided to deconstruct. She has a piece of cardboard. It looks like some art material advertisement that maybe came in a paint set or something. And I'm just cutting off the ends and I'm reinforcing the back of those tags, and that works just fine. And then I decide to make another tag out of the advertisement. And so I cut the tag and I cut a tag tie, and there we go. Now I have to do one on the other side. I have some more map paper, just shaping it into a tag, cutting off the corners. I'm going to reinforce both the top and the bottom of this tag. That's what I'm doing now, and then I'll poke a hole in it and use another piece of that fabric as a tie. Really happy with how these tags are turning out. My goal is to use everything that I can on this page. And I do accomplish that. See, I have some scraps of those map paper left, and I just decide to embellish the pockets with them. I do both the flap and the bottoms of the pockets. It just coordinates the page together. Putting the bobby pin and tag embellishments in there, arranging it, clipping off the ends, trimming everything up. Now I'm just going to border the entire page with my black permanent marker. This just pulls everything together. I really do like that. I almost didn't do the center, but then I thought, yes, I do, because if I fold it in half and put something else in the center, I'll want a border on each side. Now I'm doing the front on both sides, bordering it with the black marker just to pull everything together. And I have one tie left, so I make a bow and I glue it onto the art doll's dress, just to give her a little trim. Now my page is done. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I get a band, an elastic band, to hold it together for a little bit until it finds its shape. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I go ahead and sign it, and then I remember that the back of this tag has a place to document everything. So I'm just documenting the mystery envelope collaboration, November 23rd, 2018. What fun this has been. My page is finished. Oh my goodness, page. I did 2 double page layouts. A lot to work with in the mystery envelope, and I had such fun doing it. This is my first page. I used the ribbon on the sides. Underneath is the envelope that she had sprayed and stenciled. And then she included this beautiful piece of fabric and ephemera of a young lady. Look at that hat. And then there's a filigree ornament here that I put on the hat, a Mona Lisa embellishment and 2 buttons at the top and a leaf. And what I really like is this embellishment. And I think this was like a glass glitter or a rock glitter. And I filled that little heart with it. And look at that sparkle and shine. Now I have sparkle and shine on the ribbons too. So I did use that. So this will be my first page. Now I did put a band around it to help keep it closed for a while anyway, and I think after it's in my journal it will stay closed. You open it up to the center page, and this is actually the back of the double page that I worked on, but when I close it up it becomes the center page. I used the background. I think this might be a dictionary. I'm not sure what language it's in. German? Would that be German or Swiss? I'm not sure. But this is a part of her envelope over here, and she included some map images. and I just made a tag, and this looked like it was a top or an inside insert to some art supplies, and I documented the collaboration, Mary Dale Abrams, the Mary Atelier, mystery envelope collaboration, and that should be with Bea Grob, November 23rd, 2018. And then I made pockets out of the remaining fabric. When I trimmed my maps to make the tags, I had these little strips left over, so I embellished the envelopes. And there were some cards in here. I used some more of her envelope on the back of these cards, and I made my bobby pin embellishments. So let's just put that back in here, just like that. And then I did the same thing on the other side and used the other bobby pin embellishment. So I can put information in here that I want. And then here's the back. I had such fun with this. Just such fun. She had gifted me an ATC, and I stapled it here because I wanted a head. This is like a little doll, and I wanted a head, and her ATC image was perfect for it, but I can lift it up and read the documentation on the underside. She had some little metal embellishments here with a jump ring on them that I tied some of that ribbon that I had left over from here. And down here I put a button, and then I took a piece of that fabric, that beautiful fabric, and gathered it. I actually stapled it, but that doesn't matter because I just put washi tape over the staples. And here again, one of these triangular embellishments with a heart in it where I just glued that glitter in the center. I just love that. Perfect. Just perfect. So I got 4 for the price of 1, but I didn't have to pay for anything. Bea gifted us this mystery envelope to see what we could do with it, and I had such fun with it, Bea. Now, I want to remind you to look in the description box below for the other videos in this mystery envelope collaboration. I can't wait to see what they're doing. Such fun. Just fun. I will see you on the next page.